too.
Closer to my mouth? I love my town. Anybody else love their town? There's a lot going on in this town right now, and particularly the tech scene, and that's what's exciting for me. I'm still trying to figure out Davey's business plan. I'm trying to get on because tech seems so uninteresting after that, you know. So no, there's a lot going on in the town. There's a bunch of hot startups. There's a bunch of thriving businesses, and I've been out talking to them, and the one thing they have in common is they're looking for great talent, and they can't find it. But we have an idea where it might be. We think it's hiding. We think it's hiding in cars going over the hill, buses going over the hill. And we want to reach them, and we want to show them what's going on in our town. And they get up at 5 in the morning, they get to their car, they brave the 25, 50, 75-mile trek with 1 million other people in the valley to go to work. And with all that's going on in this town, I don't think they have any idea because they're locked up, they're in prison. There's no way for them to see what we see. Now I did that commute. I have a lot of experience with it. In 1985, I did that for 5 years to Mountain View. And then again in 2006 to Menlo Park. Now, at the time, my wife and we have a son, and he was 9 years old at the time. And there were days, a good day was an hour and a half each way. A bad day was a little over 2 hours each way. And so I'd get up in the morning, and he would not be up, and I was working in a startup, so it was a long day. I'd get home, and he'd already be in bed. And, you know, that didn't happen just once or twice, that happened a lot. And as a dad, that was a really painful experience. I felt like a really bad dad. My wife even wondered whether she was a single mom at times. My point there is that not only is there great talent in there, there's budding entrepreneurs, because when I stopped commuting, I started a company each time. And in 90, I started 3D, and we built it. It was the top floor of the Cooper House. We built it to 50 people. In the 12 years I was CEO, we had hired over 100 folks. In 2008, we started Product Ops, my co-founder Dean and I. And we built it 25 people, we're growing, and we're trying to find people. So we're saying, you know, there's got to be some action we can take. And we've heard community 100 times a night. It's just, I don't know if everybody gets it the way those of us that are experiencing it now, but this is such a different place. It's such a creative place, and it's such a connected place that, you know, we had to take some action. And so we said, well, we have to start some event, or I mean, some business. Santa Cruz Works is what it's called. And so Santa Cruz Works is a sponsor-driven program to showcase and highlight the tech companies here in town and what's going on. And we weren't really certain whether we're looking through the rose-colored glasses that entrepreneurs often will do. So we went out and started validating things, and we started talking to people. We wanted to make sure that the companies that were here were as real as the companies over the hill. And so we found companies that we'd never heard of before. Improvada, they're a public company on the second floor of the Cooper House. They're based out of Boston, 350 people. They raised $66 million this year. This past week, Lightspeed Retail raised $35 million. They're in 1200 Pacific. You know, there's a whole bunch of new startups, Tool and Paystand and Breadpole, getting money from investors in this town. You know, this is the first time in a long time investors have been committed to our town. And Santa Cruz Angels is absolutely committed. So we also want a relationship with the university. You know, we at Product Ops, we knew that there's this great school at Baskin School of Engineering, and we had not seen a lot of candidates, and we found out why. We found out when we started interviewing some of these new college grads. They said, wow, I had no idea there was a business like this in town. I thought I was going to have to move to Los Angeles or San Francisco to get a job. And these two people that are two candidates I'm thinking of, Eric and Trevor, they're still with us. They're still very happy. And because they're not in the car every day, they're giving back to the community. There are two people that are on stage tonight that they were at the tech raising event to help get their company started. Took an idea and built the idea into a product just in the weekend, just to get something demonstrable. And those companies have now developed and began thriving. So, Santa Cruz Works is going to shine a big bright light on these companies, all of them. And the promotion around it are things like the Instant Magazine that you've seen from Tech Racing before, I hope. Has anybody seen Instant Magazine? Yeah. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous magazine. So there's a Santa Cruz Works issue that will be coming out very soon. We're going to be handing them out at the bus stations, the bus stops that are taking, some of the talent over the hill at Google and Apple. Be sitting on desks at Google, what's this? There'll be, all kinds of events. There'll be the billboards, the radio ads, anything that will draw attention to the site. If you go see the site, it's a gorgeous site. Just launched today. And, we really don't want to turn this town into Silicon Valley. And when Guy Kawasaki was here, somebody asked him from the audience, what's it take to turn Santa Cruz into Silicon Valley? He says, why would you want to do that? This is a creative town with a great community. And it's much easier to get a mentor here. It's much easier to reach out, get connected to find out what's going on. All the organizations like Santa Cruz Tech Beat or Tech Raising or the Tech Meetup or Event Santa Cruz. This is how people connect here. And everybody knows everybody. And, we're not going to turn it into something it isn't. And, I want to give an opportunity to the people that live here to have the same opportunity that I have. I love my town, I love my job, and I want them to have that same opportunity to work where they live. Thank you.